I'm standing on the chair.
Listen, Landis.
Move the chair.
Do you hear that? What's that noise?
Birds!
Birds! We don't know what birds sound like at our house because we live on such a busy street. I'm gonna texture this wall just like we textured the other wall last night. Obviously our dining room is still under major construction, so I'm gonna come in, we'll look together, see if anything else happened in here. So then I'm also gonna texture the wall in our bedroom. So that, it looks like they put some mud in these holes. So they put holes, this is where Dustin was cutting open the walls so that he could run new electrical. And we mudded, or somebody mudded over this, and then I will go in. I'll probably mud over it again because it's got still a really big ridge. So you wanna get it as flat as you can before you texture. And then we'll texture that. This wall, I'm going to texture this wall today, and I'm going to sand the walls that I textured yesterday. There you have that. That takes about 20 seconds to do a whole wall. So you guys can do that. So we're gonna go move on to the much bigger wall in my bedroom, which, yeah, that should only take about 40 seconds, right? Okay, so just take some joint compound. Come in here and get this really quick. No, like on the wall, not my face. And then you're just gonna take a little bit on your spatula, and you're gonna use a good amount, and you just kind of dab, dab, dab,
Dab,
dab,
dab,
okay? Are you getting this?
Yeah.
And then you just kind of swipe down and don't press too hard because you don't want to smooth it out. And then it gives it a textury look, and you can kind of blend it in with your other areas, but not too much because you don't want anything to get too smooth, because that's the point. So the cool thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to match your other walls. And in our case, in our house, we have this kind of spatula'd texture going on. So we're gonna let that dry, and then we should be able to maybe sand it a little bit. So you could show them the ceiling and how we're trying to match the texture on the ceiling. You gotta kind of get up close. So well, yeah, but I mean, obviously it'll dry all white, and then we'll be able to look at it. So let's come back and look at it once it's dry. And it looks fine. Well, it obviously looks like a zebra. You wanna get all the little really sharp spots off by just kind of flattening it out with the sander, and then you make sure it's all cleaned off. Probably, I'm not sure what you wash it with, but, because that just gets all the grime off and the grap, that's gross crap, grap. So you want to get all the grap off of your walls. We've been at this for a week and 3 days. We're doing it. We're doing it. That's a lot of lights. You're gonna have one bright house.
Figured to give a quick update. We are going to be doing recessed lighting in our living room, our dining room, and our kitchen. So as you can see, it looks like we got bored. We were wanting to play Foursquare on the ceiling. The chalk lines on the ceiling are where we're mapping out our recessed lighting. So we're gonna go with some LED lights. Pretty snazzy. But when you're putting recessed lighting in, you always need to, number one, hire a professional if you don't know what the heck you're doing. But if you're a DIYer, like Auntie Tay and our family, we're gonna tackle this ourselves. But you want to basically draw out a grid on your ceiling if you can, because light projects out about the distance of the height of your ceiling. So if you have 8-foot ceilings, you're gonna have an 8-foot, let me see if I paid attention in school. You're gonna have an 8-foot radius. There we go, I think it's radius, across of light. So you also wanna space them every about like 5 to 6 feet apart. That's at least what other DIYers and professionals have said. 5 to 6 feet apart. So you wanna locate where you want your cans. The next thing you need to do is poke a hole up through the spots where you're gonna put your recessed lighting, or you hope to, and you may find that you've actually marked on a stud. So if you did, then you need to readjust where you're gonna put your cans a little bit. So once you find those, you're gonna drill the necessary hole that is needed. So we're not doing new construction, so we have to use a renovation can. We're using some Halo 6-inch LED cans, renovation, so it'll make it a little bit easier of getting them up in there. But once you get your holes cut, you've got to wire them all up. So we got a few steps to go. Just figured I'd give a little update on the LED lighting, at least in the living room. We got the kitchen and the dining room to go.
What you doing there?
Yeah. We are putting in recessed lighting. Ow. Go show them what it looks like.
Okay, so there's the light before, after we put it in. Here's what it looks like before. So this is step 1. This is step 1.
Well, you can show them in the dining room, step 1.
Oh. Here's step 1. And then here's step 2. And then step 3. And then step 4. And then you turn them on. Oh. Yep. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
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 I have a helper today. So we've got to get these chalk lines, can you see them, off of the ceiling because we put our can lightings up. We came up with this fabulous invention. So you just take a broom, put your towel over the broom, and then you spray. Let's see, we're just using the multi-surface cleaner here. We're going to just spray. Okay, and then show her how it's did.
Alrighty.
Wait, hold on. There we go. And then just... you gotta do this. No. You gotta turn it straight.
Oh, like this.
Yeah. And then walk along it. You're missing the line. There you go. Got the line right there. You gotta get it right on the line. You're not... Yeah, there you go. Look it. And it's gone. So we were informed that you have to get it off before you paint because it comes right through any paint. So make sure you take chalk lines off before you paint. We hear birds.
When it starts to show up like that, all you do is, wah! Don't do that.
You throw it on the ground.
You flip it over on the other side, or you could just
drop it 5 times.
or you can move it over a little.
Oh, there we
like
go.
That.
Oh, perf.
Or you could just flip it over.
Perf. We are geniuses.
Yeah.
Genius cleaners.